Hello, my fellow lobsters. If you read the title of the video, you know exactly what happened. Some bastard in New Zealand shot up a mosque. This is the fourth time I've tried to make this video, and though I am quite sad about the tragedy of a lot of people dying and a lot of people now have being forced to live without, were likely some very close loved ones and relatives, I'm more mad at this point, because the dumbass bastard, and that is why I will now referring to the mass shooter as he is simply the bastard. What the bastard did was, he made his manifesto entirely out of memes. Now, there's a slight possibility, if you are at all familiar with conspiracy theory, you'll know exactly what it is. There is a slight possibility that the bastard was left-wing authoritarian, not right-wing authoritarian. I think this is unlikely, but I hope it is true. Though I will admit that there is a certain amount of shame in saying that, oh, I hope someone who did something that is bad is on the other person's side, not my side. Like, that is always a possibility. If you want more information on the mass shooting itself, look up Aydin Paladin. She made a video that goes into slightly more detail than me. What I'll mostly be talking about in this video is the repercussions as a result of this person who may have been a left-wing, but was very likely a right-wing authoritarian. Me and my fellow conservatives, and probably you people, if you watch me, you're probably right of Marx, which is, quite frankly, what is generally considered to be conservative nowadays, is anyone to the right of Marx, anyone who disapproves of Marx, even if they're a gay, transvestite, insert random group here, even if they're a gay, black, transvestite, they will still be considered, conservative if they don't like socialism. So, anyhow. As I was saying, though, everyone to the right of Marx will likely suffer as well. I'm sure not nearly as much as the victims of the mass shooting, but the media will be breathing down our necks for the next couple of months until something else newsworthy happens. There could be some kind of terrorism. It could start a civil war in America. If you don't know why, it's because it was a gun crime. It was a mass shooting. The bastard killed with guns. American politics is very much about guns. You have the right wing that says, hey, the Second Amendment of our Constitution guarantees the right to keep and bear arms, which, if you look at the context of the time, private citizens were allowed to own every single gun that the military had. So, we should probably be very loose about gun laws, maybe have some kind of a registry. But really, aside from that, people should be allowed to do whatever they want as long as they're not killing people. That's basically what the right wing says in America. What the left wing says in America is, oh my gosh, look at all these people commit crime with guns. They're like, oh my gosh, people commit crimes with guns. We have to make guns illegal. I realize I'm making a straw man out of it. You can look up their actual gun control arguments. Maybe you agree more with them. That's not the point. The point is that there are people who will, try to make a fuss out of what happened in New Zealand. And as a result, people in America could suffer, especially right-wing people. We could be targeted by terrorists. This could even motivate other right-wing extremists to commit terror against left-wingers. Everyone will suffer horribly as a result of the bastard in New Zealand shooting up a mosque. I disavow the bastard. You should too. And, other than just praying for New Zealand, I think another thing you can do to help is to make a video yourself. Go tell your subscribers, whether it be one or whether it be a million. Tell your subscribers what happened in New Zealand. Spread the word. We need to know. Everyone needs to know every little detail about this. The right wing needs to know, and the left wing needs to know. And they both need to know that the intention of the bastard was to destabilize the world. And if we allow ourselves to follow the advice of mass shooters, mass murderers, we will go to hell, if not individually, then probably as a country. If not literally, then certainly figuratively. The bastard wanted civil war. The bastard wanted to destabilize the entire world. He wanted to make everyone on every part of this political spectrum violent. And you know what? I say no. I refuse to fire the first bullet. Right? My message is a message of peace and tolerance. We should be peaceable and tolerate each other. To an extent, if someone shoots at you, you may shoot back. Now, luckily, the bastard New Zealand was killed by the police. Anyhow, but that is not the point. The point of this is make your own video, spread the word, and also spread a message of peace so that we can defy this bastard. He wanted to cause a war. Let's avoid that, right? Instead of using this bastard to divide us, let's use it to bring us together. Right? What does that mean? Well, I'm not sure what that means. I think we need to figure that out as a community. Not only my fellow right-wingers, but also my fellow moderates. If you are right wing of Marx, if you are to the right of Karl Marx, make your own video on this subject and spread the news. This needs to spread like a wildfire. Everyone needs to know about it so everyone can make a decision on it. We need to solve this problem. And stay safe, my fellow lobsters.